nobody ever want to know our people. That's the problem.
Look, I ain't gonna lie to you. I agree with
All praise.
everything y'all saying right now.
All praise.
You know what
But I'm gonna get the
It's
Bible
just-
back. Let Ron up and teach you.
I agree with everything y'all saying right now. It's just me, myself, personally. Somebody came at me with this here, and I listened to all the pointers, and I agree with everything. But me, I'm just so stuck into the power of the mind and keeping my mind trained on one thing because I don't want to receive a whole bunch of things that ain't got nothing to do with what I'm focusing on. So that's basically where I'm at with it. But I agree with y'all. I'm not lying to you. Everything y'all said because somebody else broke it down to me. Okay. And I agree with everything. He broke it down in the Bible, everything, and I'm like, that is some real stuff. But where I'm at today, I'm just so tuned in to where I'm trying to go at, so I don't really give too much focus into stuff that ain't contributing to my goals. So I just be like, all right, even church, I don't go to church and all that because I feel like I pray to myself and I keep on moving. You know what I mean? And that's where I'm at. But I believe what y'all
Go back
saying,
to
bro.
Deuteronomy. I want to show you something. Go to Deuteronomy 28 verse 40 because I want to. He hit home on it, but we won't go a little deep because I want to show you something. Because you say your focus is money and power and stuff, right? You want money and things to get the things that you like, right?
So
Check
book
this
of
out.
Deuteronomy, chapter 28, verse 48. Therefore shall thy serve thy enemies.
Whether you believe it or not, we serving our enemies. Say your enemies is in control of what? Go ahead.
Which the Lord shall send against thee. In hunger.
And now food. All right, now cars, clothes, money, and all that stuff. It's all gonna boil down. We're gonna need these particular things, these resources. But guess who we gonna have to get it from? Go ahead.
And in thirst.
Thirst, water, food, and thirst.
And in nakedness.
And in nakedness.
And in want of all things.
Anything that you want, you're gonna have to serve your enemies. That wasn't supposed to be. That's why we gave you go back to 21, 28 and 1.
Because
Check this
Deuteronomy
out.
28
It wasn't
verse
supposed to
1.
be.
I have to smile at people that I don't like in order to do business. That's like,
We all do. But that's what I'm trying to tell you. It wasn't designed to be that way. Right now, we're trying to get back into our true rulership. Right now, at this point, no matter what you do, you're serving your enemies.
So
That's
what's the
not
plan?
true. Good.
What's
Go
the
back.
plan?
Go
Y'all
back.
found the problem. What's
All
the solution?
praise.
Gotta go
all
back to
praise.
Deuteronomy 28 and 1.
Book of Deuteronomy 28, verse 1.
This is the key. We keep going to these same verses because I want you to hear it. Check this out.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
Hold on. Do what?
All his commandments.
One more time.
All his commandments, which I command thee this day, that the Lord thy God will set thee on high above all nations of the earth.
So what's the plan? What you got out of that scripture? What's the plan now? Read it again. Go get this. You ain't going nowhere till you get this. You ain't going nowhere. Get this.
And it shall come to pass, if thou shalt hearken diligently unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to observe and to do all his commandments.
One more time.
All his commandments.
One more time.
All his commandments.
What is the plan? Thank
That's
you.
right. That's right.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now we got to find out his commandments.
I
Right.
mean, look, the commandments is
It's what?
the 10 commandments, right?
Man, there's over 600 commandments. What that got to do? That's our problem. Go ahead.
Judicial system
I mean,
have
this is simple right here.
Let me ask you.
Treat others how you want to be treated. You gonna live life.
All right.
Ain't nothing
Let me.
wrong.
All right. Well, I'm gonna give you a simple commandment, right? Let me ask you something. Right now you young and you
That's how I
healthy.
live my life.
Let me ask you a question. Now you young and you healthy. Now say you get all that money you searching for. Yet because you didn't keep these particular laws, you're sick. So you have that money, but now you can't move around and spend none of it. Is that living or is that hell? Well, I'm saying you would rather have the money and be sick, be young without your leg. All right, say you. That's what I'm saying. So you like to have the money, but you're sick. Your leg cut off, your foot cut off. You're sick. Somebody got to change your mind or stuff like that. What if you could have them? What if you could have them both? What if you could have the money and have your health?
I'm shooting for that.
All right then. Well, this is one law. Go to Leviticus.
I eat good. I'm shooting for that.
What is good? You eat shrimp, you eat crab, you eat pork. Leviticus chapter 11.
Look at
I'm about to
Leviticus
show you.
chapter 11, verse
You gotta
1.
listen to this. Check this out.
And the Lord spoke unto Moses and to Aaron, saying unto them, speak unto the children of Israel.
You don't real. What we're telling you is you're the greatest people on this planet.
I agree.
All right. Now with those being the greatest, being the greatest, he gave these laws to them people. And that's why we're suffering. Everybody else doing the same thing. But yet they going on, they doing just fine. But we are suffering. That's because that curse is on us. This is one of the laws that's affecting us. Check this out.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 7. And the swine.
The swine is pig. You already know.
Though he divide the hoof and be cloven footed, yet he cheweth not the cud.
That means that he don't have the same digestive as a cow.
He is unclean to you.
He is unclean to you. You on this sign, so it's unclean to you. Go ahead.
Of their flesh shall ye not eat.
He don't want you eating it.
And their carcasses ye shall not touch.
He don't want you touching it.
They are unclean to you.
To everybody on this sign. Keep going.
What that was?
That's the swine. That's Leviticus. Keep on. We're going to keep going.
Book of Leviticus, chapter 11, verse 9. These shall ye eat of all that are in the waters.
All of the waters. You eat crab, shrimp, lobster, and all that stuff, right?
Whatsoever have fins and scales.
So if it don't have fins and scales, you can't eat it. But check it. Keep going.
In the waters,
in
the seas, and in the rivers, them shall you eat. Verse 10. And all that have not fins and scales.
If it don't have fins and scales,
in the seas and in the rivers, of all that move in the waters, and all living thing which is in the waters, they shall be an abomination unto you.
It's an abomination to everybody that's on this thing. But guess what? We, out of everything else, when we eat that stuff, we suffer from gout more than anybody. We suffer from liver and all kind of diseases in our body because we eat that stuff. He gave those laws to us. And that's what I'm telling you. All those things.
So
no shrimp, crab, if it don't have fins and scales,
no pork.
Give him the Sabbath day. Go to Exodus chapter 20, verse 6.
It's the book of Exodus.
I like that y'all got that out of the Bible. Now you got my.
Right, now we're about to give you another one. Check this out.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day.
Remember the Sabbath day.
To keep it holy.
Now remember, he's only talking to the children of Israel. He said, remember the Sabbath day and keep it over. What day is the Sabbath day? What today is? How you supposed to keep it? Holy. Read it.
It's the book of Exodus, chapter 20, verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. Verse 9, 6 days shalt thou labor and do all thy work. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. In it thou shalt do any work.
You don't supposed to do no work.
Nor thy son, nor thy daughter, nor thy manservant.
You're supposed to have nobody working for you.
Nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger within thy gates. For in 6 days the Lord made heaven and an earth, the sea and all that is in them, and rested the seventh day.
Now even on those Sabbath days, you're supposed to cook, you're not supposed to buy, you're supposed to sell. Everything that you're supposed to do is a holy thing now. Now that's why we out here teaching out. That's what it's about. That's the Sabbath day. Give us Numbers chapter 15.
So y'all gonna start doing this every day?
We've been doing this, man. It's about a year now.
I had one.
Go ahead. What you want?
I just had one scripture when you were saying about money. I was going to share this with you. Ecclesiastes 7 and 7. It says, "Surely oppression make it a wise man mad."
That's right.
And a gift destroys the heart. So, like, even though, you know what I'm saying, money is good, it said money answered all things, you know what I'm saying, but the gift can destroy the heart. You know, and you say, well, we probably be preaching hate, but it's not necessarily hate when you know what I'm saying, you're speaking for the love of your own people. And he said,
look in that Bible and come over here for 1 second, brother James. They got a precept to that in Zephaniah, I think it's 3.
Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 18. Neither their silver nor their gold shall be able to deliver them in the day of the Lord's wrath.
That's right.
For the whole land shall be devoured by the fire of his jealousy. For he shall make even a speedy riddance of all them that dwell in the land.
So that's going into it saying no matter how much money you got, nothing is going to get you away from this destruction that's coming. Because also what we're doing is prophesying destruction of America. Destruction is actually coming here. You know, our job is to repent. Back to go to Isaiah 66, verse 15, because you was interested in certain things about those the food and stuff to show you that when Christ come back, he's destroying everybody that's actually eating those things. And it's in the Bible. Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire,
He coming with fire.
and with his chariots like a whirlwind.
Those chariots are literally, they have UFOs in the sky. That's true. That's in the Bible, actually. It talks about that. Go ahead.
To render his anger with fury,
Because he's angry because we don't keep his law, statutes, and commandments.
and his rebukes with flames of fire.
Uh-huh.
For by fire
About fire.
and by his sword
Uh-huh.
will the Lord plead with all flesh.
He's going to plead with all flesh.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
They thinking that this guy is coming back to give out, like he said, cherries and cupcakes and happiness. But actually, this man, something similar, not saying that he's coming, that Christ is this, but we're just saying this is more of a depiction of it.
Right.
But he's coming back to do what?
Said the slain of the Lord shall be many,
He's coming back to kill people. Uh-huh.
that they sanctify themselves.
Hold on, go up.
All right. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh.
Uh-huh.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many.
Uh-huh.
They that sanctify
They
themselves
that separate themselves.
and purify themselves
Uh-huh.
in the gardens behind one tree.
The gardens is dealing with the churches. That's a
Right.
precept to that is going to the churches.
In the midst,
Uh-huh.
eating swine's flesh.
Eating pig or pork or whatever.
And the abomination.
The abominations going to crabs, crawfish, and all that shrimp, all that stuff that God says is abominable.
And the mouse.
And the mouse is going into squirrel and rabbit and all that stuff. Can you? Yeah. Gonna bring that out for you.
Shall be consumed
They shall
together.
be what?
Consumed together.
That's that fire that he's coming back to burn their asses up. That's in the Bible. When Christ comes back, he's killing everybody that's doing all that. But when you go, we have it on this paper, but everything in Leviticus 11 tells you everything you can eat and why.
On this paper?
Yeah. And the consequences too. You know, it gives you the flip side of all of it. Now there's also a dress code that he gave. He gave these people on this sign everything to live as a nation. One of the greatest things is Holak. Go to Leviticus chapter 19, verse 17. Because the thing about this is we went into slavery as a nation of people. It's not no individual thing. You know, judged us as a nation.
Yeah.
It wasn't just one or two people that broke the laws and went into captivity. We went to as a nation of people with them.
Right.
So it is no me and you and this. It's not an individual thing. He gonna bring us out of captivity as a nation of people.
Right.
You know. Good.
I got
It's the book of Leviticus.
Let me get this last thing.
So
I
that
learned
Look at the
something
fly,
about
brother.
that with y'all today. I
Look at
learned
the flies.
something.
Leviticus chapter
I'll tell
19,
you that.
verse 1. And the Lord spoke unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the congregation of the children of Israel.
Uh-huh.
Verse 17. Thou shalt not hate thy brother in thy heart.
You hating your brother in your heart if you have that individuality of, man, it's just me, it's about me, you gotta be thinking about your brother as well, you know. Just like you said, like, we ain't gonna let you leave without letting you at least know, because our job is to warn you, let you know. If we just sit back and just let you pass or whatever, just, oh man,
right.
you don't worry about that. We hate you.
That's right.
Pull that in, finish that out and go to, give me Ezekiel 3. Sure.
Shall not hate thy brother in thy heart.
Uh-huh.
Thou shalt in any wise rebuke thy neighbor,
Thy neighbor, he's telling you who your neighbor and who's your brother is. Go ahead.
and not suffer sin upon him.
And not suffer sin upon
Verse
him.
18. Thou shalt not avenge nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Of thy people. That's what this whole book is about, the children of Israel.
Right.
When you think of it, it's up the whole book. Go to the end of the book and show them how many gates there is. How many gates are there to heaven? One.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1, start at verse 12. And had a wall great and high,
It had a wall great and high.
and had 12 gates.
How many gates?
12 gates.
Uh-huh.
And at the gates, 12 angels.
They got an angel at each one of those gates.
And the names written thereon,
Uh-huh.
which are the names of the 12 tribes of the children of Israel.
That's how important you are. They're not going to teach you that in church. Heaven is only for these people.
Right.
When you read that book, it's only for these people.
saying, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word at my mouth.
He made us watchmen to the house of Israel. You're an Israelite from the tribe of Judah. You need to remember your nationality.
And give them warning from me.
And he told us to come out here and give you warning.
When I say unto the wicked, thou shalt surely die, and thou givest him not warning,
And we don't give you warning.
nor speakest to warn the wicked from his wicked way, to save his life, the same wicked man shall die in his iniquity.
You're going to die in your iniquities.
But his blood will I require at thine hand.
Now, we're going to suffer for that thing for letting you go out without warning you.
Yet if thou warn the wicked,
Yet if we warn you and we tell you,
and he turn not from his wickedness,
and you don't change,
nor from his wicked way, he shall die in his iniquity. But thou hast delivered thy soul.
That's what's going to happen to us. If we warn you, now we deliver from that. Our job is to warn you. It's just like if, say I know, say you going on Wilson Street, and I know somebody about to come shoot up Wilson Street. And I see you, I say, Weezy, I see you come right here, and I know dude about to kill up everybody at 12 o'clock. And I just let you go on there, and he about to shoot up everything. I mean, say you survive, and I come back and I tell you, man, I knew the nigga gonna shoot it up, and I didn't warn you. How you gonna feel? I'm like, damn, what kind of, what this is? That's what we telling you something greater happened. This place about to be in fire. You know, this is what's happening. Go ahead, bring your scripture.
I got this here for you, guys. It's the book of 1 Timothy, chapter 6, verse 10. For the love of money is the root of all evil.
Is what?
It's the root of all evil, which will some covet after they have erred from the faith and pierced themselves through with many sorrows.
Gonna get many sorrows, man.
I don't know. Should I give this to the
I'm gonna give you another one. Give you another one, Weezy. After you go on your Fendi bag. I'm gonna let you go on your Fendi bag right quick.
I just waiting on you, fellas.
You getting warning right now. You can't leave. Most high warning you
Check
about
this out, Weezy. This is the book of Matthew, chapter 19, verse 23.
Yeah, go to 15.
Then said Jesus unto his disciples, Verily I say unto you,
Go ahead.
that a rich man shall
Numbers
hardly
16:30.
enter into the kingdom of heaven. And again, I say unto you, it is easy for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter into the kingdom of God.
Go to 37.
Don't be
That part right
infatuated.
there.
Don't be
No, I don't get
infatuated about money.
offended. I don't get offended.
I'm infatuated about money.
I'm infatuated for only one reason. That's a good way though. Because I like giving it away and helping people.
Right.
So I literally got thousands of dollars of donations that I do. I like giving them. That's why I love it so much. I like giving it away and helping people.
Hold on, one more.
I gotta go.
I got you.
People win though. People win though.